Hello, hello, guys. I believe now it's working with the sound. I don't know what's happening always when I set up a live stream, when I have some sound issues at first, but this has been solved now. So I guess we can go ahead. I just wait for some people maybe to join for a couple minutes. So I invite some people to join. So I'm at least assured now that people can hear me because I see the sound is working. That's very good. From the title, you see the topic of this live stream is my top 150 ranking. I've been working several, you know, several weeks on that ranking, or several months even. I've been watching these national teams play, keep track of their um, development. Since many years basically. So it's basically not much new stuff for me. But it was a big challenge to come up with a top 150 ranking. At first, it was planned to do a top 100 ranking, which was already quite a big challenge. But then I decided let's go top 150 because also many kind of popular national teams, like for example India, they are not in my top 100, so I wanted to give space for them. Decided let's do this top 150. And then I have also basically all Asian Cup teams ranked, and that's also quite interesting, I believe. And yeah, I think we will see how my ranking looks like. I mean, I will just wait still a couple minutes. As I said, I've been watching these teams the last 1.5, 2 years closely. Most of them, I wouldn't say I watched all these 150 national teams play, but let's say in the top 100, maybe 90, 95 of his teams I watched. I mean, at least one time, at the very least one time. Most of them I watched, of course, multiple times. Many of them several times, many times. So I feel kind of comfortable to give my assessment, to give my ranking, how I see at the moment international football. It's very opinionated, we won't agree on everything, or maybe we won't agree on much, not even on much, but it is what it is, and my ranking has been taking into account only a period of, like, let's say roughly 2 years. I've been going May 2021. Basically, I wanted to cover the Euros, AFCON, Gold Cup. That was all happening in summer 2021, Copa America, and basically the friendlies, the warm up friendlies in the run up, in the build up to these tournaments. I think 2 years is a fair period because I wanted to keep my ranking very up to date. Very, how do you say? It should reflect the current strength of teams and not historical strength or pedigree. And if we go back, if we do this ranking for 4 or 5 years, I think our results, our ranking will look uh, very different, and it will be misguiding, it will be misleading, and this is not what I intended to do. I wanted to give an, basically, how does the pecking order of international football right now, the last 2 years, because we saw a couple teams rising in the last 2 years. For example, Kazakhstan, maybe Armenia. I don't know. There are many examples. And for them it's better, it's more fair if we assess only the last 2 years. And some teams who used to be strong and now are very weak or very below expectations, like Mexico, Honduras, I don't know, Chile. There are many of these teams, for them it's of course not good because the recent form of these teams is basically going down the downhill. It's going bad, and it will be also reflected in my ranking. I'm very ruthless, I have to say, with teams who have pedigree, who have historical pedigree, who have a big name, but who don't deliver anymore. You know, and I tend to be ruthless with these teams, and I give also some teams very hard pushes. I push some teams very hard, yeah, who are on upward trajectory. Maybe they don't have much pedigree or they don't have a big name and they are kind of flying under the radar. But I will push these teams, extra, to make people aware. Okay, there are some teams we are sleeping on, and I will give these teams a high rating, a high ranking, both. And this is just the way I operate. I don't put much weight in pedigree or historical results. You will see a team like Germany will be also pretty low in my ranking because they've been not delivering the last 2 years. I mean, what have Germany done the last 2 years? I mean, as a consequence, I can't understand anyone who would put Germany at the moment top 10 or even top 15 in the world. I would can't understand anyone. By logic, it doesn't make any sense. And there will be many cases like that. I've been seeing. I see three people are now on. I think this is now the time maybe to start my ranking, go through my rankings. I will just drink something a little bit, and then I'll be back. So I'm back. Still no sound issues. That's good. So I will run through my rankings. I didn't see any comments so far in the live chat because I would ask people if I should start from top or should I start from the bottom. Should I start from number one or should I start from number 115? I think you know maybe for I don't know, maybe for suspense reasons, it's better to start from the bottom because I don't know whether people are so interested to see who is at the bottom. And maybe if I start from the top, my viewership drops when I go past my top 100 or so. I would say I would appreciate if someone in the chat who's watching it, I see three people are watching, who could reply whether I should start from the top or from the bottom. It's enough for me if just one person, because I see only three are watching. I mean, if there's no response in the next 60 in the next, let's say, 1 minute, I will decide by myself. And if I decide by myself, it's likely that I will start from the bottom to work my way up, because I think in that way it's more. It's been a sunny day here in Hamburg, so we have good weather. I have my Japanese kit on. I'm of course a Iran supporter, but I have also kits of many other nations, and among them also Japan. And yeah, still nobody answering in the live chat. I think nobody wants to take responsibility. Usually there were always some comments in the live chat. Maybe this time not. I will just explain a little bit. Yeah, the last 2 years, and my weightings, not rankings, go from 90 to 51. So the strongest ranked team will have a rating of 90, and the weakest ranked team will have a rating of 51. So it's kind of a little bit simulating the ratings we used to know from FIFA or PES back in the day. I don't know if you guys are into these games, into PlayStation. I used to play these games, and they had also always listed defense, midfield, and attack, and the rating. I've been giving only a rating for just a overall rating, not for defense, midfield, attack. That would be just killing my time. But just the overall rating. And these ratings, I emphasize, they are not fixed. They are not. There's no guarantee that they will stay like that by any means, because my ranking in the next months, when I will adjust my rankings based on the results and performances I see from the teams, there's opportunity for teams that their rating changes quite drastically in the next months. And I don't believe in the idea that it's good to keep these ratings very stable. Yeah, of course, I can't go from 75 to like 82 in one international break. That's not Doesn't make any sense. It's not possible and would be foolish. But it's fair to have kind of some, how do we say, there should be some room. There should be some um, leverage. There would be some. I need to have some. I'm missing now the English word, but you understand what I mean. So nobody answered in the live chat. So I will start from the bottom, from 150th, and I will work my way up. And I will not give any explanations why I put the team in that position. This stream would take many hours. I just run through the teams, and I will, as a comparison, state also their FIFA and Elo rating. Yeah, I looked up the FIFA and Elo ratings for all teams, and just for you as a comparison, so you understand which teams I find overranked, which teams I find underranked. And there will be some quite drastic examples. You will notice it. And yeah, that's basically it. So let's start now. The last place in my top 150 ranking is a CAF team. It's South Sudan. It's a new nation. They've been playing internationally since only a couple years, I believe. They are my 150 with a rating of 51, the worst rating I handed out in this ranking. They are ranked one. Their FIFA rank is 167. The ELO rating is 172. I won't comment on that. You basically see what is happening here. I mean, I have him in 150. 149 in my ranking. Trinidad and Tobago. They have dipped a lot. They have dipped a lot. They're barely making my 150 ranking. I won't comment much. I will just say they lost 6-0 to USAC's team at the recent Gold Cup. That says you everything you need to know. They're still making my top 150 ranking, but it's going downhill for Trinidad and Tobago. The last since COVID, massive dip in form. Where are they ranked by FIFA and ELO? FIFA rank 102, ELO rank 114. Massively overrated, in my opinion. 148th, Lesotho, another CAF team. And by the way, I forgot, waiting for Trinidad Tobago is 52. 52. Lesotho, also 52 rating. Their FIFA rank is 151. Their ELO rating is 157. So basically kind of matches with my rankings. I have them a little bit higher. 147. Kyrgyzstan with a rating of 53. So now we'll go one up in rating again. Their FIFA rank, shocking, 97. 97. ELO rating, that fits perfectly basically my rank, 154. I have them 147. So ELO doing a good job on Kyrgyzstan, in my opinion. They used to be better, but their recent form is rubbish. Rubbish to say the least. Maybe they will climb in the next months. I kind of expect that, but for now I have them that low, this low. 146. Hong Kong. Rating 53. FIFA rank 149. ELO rank 170. So basically, I'm agreeing with FIFA here. Yeah, there's not much to say. Hong Kong. 145. Eswatini with a rating of 53. FIFA rank 146. ELO rank 144. So basically, both are agreeing with my ranking. It's not much for you can't put them much lower. You can't put them higher. I mean, it's so easy with Eswatini. Next team, 144. Lithuania. I believe my first UEFA team in this list. Lithuania with a rating of 54. So we are jumping up again 1 point. Their FIFA rank is 144. The ELO rank is 149. So again, basically I have perfectly the same spot as FIFA. 144 for Lithuania. 143. Liberia with a rating of 54. FIFA rank 148. ELO rank 132. Next team up, 142. Rwanda. Rating 54. FIFA rank 139. ELO rank 150. So here I'm closer on FIFA. Yeah. Next team up, 141. Andorra. Maybe it's surprising for many people what I have put them here, because they had a draw against Kosovo lately and they lost to Switzerland only 2-1. Andorra with a 54 rating. FIFA rank 154. ELO rank 172. So I'm here again, closer on FIFA. 140. Maybe surprising or shocking. Palestine with a 55 rating. Their FIFA rank is incredible high, 96. ELO rating or ELO rank is 97. I don't know what this rating are doing with Palestine. I think they're massively overrated, massively overranked. For now, I have them 140th. 139. Ethiopia. Next CAF team with a rating of 55. FIFA rank 142. ELO rank 130. Again, I'm closer on FIFA here. 138. Niger. Waiting 55. FIFA rank 128th. Elo rank 155. So here I'm again closer on FIFA. So next I will have to move a page, just a second. So I'm back. We continue. 137. Nicaragua. Rating 55. FIFA rank 141. Elo rank 143. 136. North Korea with a rating of 56. Now we jump up again one rating point. FIFA rank 115. Elo rank 111. So I have North Korea considerably lower than these two rankings. The reason is they haven't played a single game since almost 4 years. And there are a couple of national teams who have basically haven't played a game in the last years. And I punished these teams with a lower ranking when maybe I usually would rank them. Um, there are also other examples like who I believe Zimbabwe, they are banned, and Russia are banned, but they have been at least playing a couple friendlies. But these teams, they will get punished in my ranking because they are not playing games. They don't play. And North Korea, their form in the last 2-3 years before they withdrew from World Cup qualifying was already showing a massive downward trajectory. So maybe their form in the last 2-3 years was showing them a side just outside of the top 100, on the outskirts of the top 100. Um, but now with not playing at all, I had to lower their ranking again. So I have them in 136. Next up, 135. Malaysia with a rating of 56. FIFA rank 136. Elo rank 139. So very close to my rankings. Next up, 134. Madagascar. Rating 56. FIFA rank 108. Elo rank 151. So I think FIFA not doing their job right here. Elo maybe a bit too low. I have them 134. Next up, 133. Comoros. 56 rating. FIFA rank 130. Elo rank 156. Like many CAF teams, I'm again closer on FIFA on this one. Next up, we now jump up again 1 point in terms of rating. 132, Sudan. Rating 57. FIFA rank 131. Elo rank 137. Next up, 131. Namibia. Rating 57. FIFA rank 114. 114. Elo rank 113. I have significantly lower. I have them 131. Next up, 130. Lebanon, rating 57, FIFA rank 100, ELO rank 133. On this one, I'm totally agreeing with ELO. I don't know FIFA, what they are doing. Lebanon, I've been watching their games. They've been atrocious. They aren't by any means the top 100 national team in the world right now. They just aren't. Next up, 129. Botswana, the next CAF team, rating 57. FIFA rank 147. ELO rank 117. So on this one, I'm more closer on ELO actually. Yeah, kinda in the middle. Next one, 128. Moldova. Rating. Now we jump up again 1 point in rating. 58. FIFA rank 164. ELO rank 141. So I think the rankings have them both too low. They had some eyebrow raising results like a draw against the Czech Republic and a win against Poland in Euro qualifiers. These two results are basically the reason why I put them respectably high in my ranking. I'm a current form guy. Current form, I rate very highly. It's very important for me, and current form is showing some good results for them. I think they're kind of fluke results, but you have to give them the credit. So next up, 127, Zimbabwe. They are also one of these banned nations by FIFA, and I had to lower the ranking. I believe their real ranking should be usually just on the outskirts of the top 100, maybe from 100 to 110. Now I have them 127. Their rating is 58, FIFA rank 125, ELO rank 131. Next up, 126, Kenya, rating 58, FIFA rank 105, ELO rank 118. So I agree here on more on ELO. Next up, 125, Burundi, rating 59. Now we jump up again 1 point in terms of rating. FIFA rank 140, ELO rank 141. So I have them significantly higher than both these rankings. I'm seeing two people are watching. We are already 28 minutes in, so I think just running through my top 150 ranking will take maybe 1 hour 50 minutes. I don't know. I'm just estimating. First comment coming in. Thank you. National Team Football with Sep. In your research, did you generally find FIFA rankings or ELO ratings to be more accurate? I'm just reading out loud these rankings, but I haven't analyzed pretty much who is more spot on. But in my personal opinion, without any looking too much into this, I rate ELO higher than FIFA. I think ELO is more spot on most nations than FIFA because they adjust more to current form. FIFA rankings, it's very hard to climb and very hard also to fall. Um, if you are doing bad, it takes a long time before it gets reflected in the FIFA rankings. In ELO, they are more reacting basically to the current form of teams. The problem with ELO is they underrank CAF teams, and that's basically their main problem is they weight regional tournaments way too highly, way too massively. A team like Senegal, we will later see in my rankings, Elo have them pretty low, I mean, compared to what they deserve. And the reason for that is that they weight, weighted the COSAFA Cups highly, and Senegal lost a lot of points at the COSAFA Cups in the last couple of years. They sent it there a C or D, you could say even E team there, and without any European based players, just homegrown domestic based players. They played these teams there and they lost a lot of points in Elo. So I personally rate Elo higher in my estimation. I look up the Elo ratings after each international break. I look them up always. So do I with FIFA rankings, but I don't rate the FIFA rankings. I think they are garbage, to be honest. Elo a little bit. Elo is better. Elo is better, but it has still its flaws. So that is to answer your question. Uh, Maybe I will analyze properly after the live stream. Which rankings are more precise or more alike with my rankings. Then I will tell you on our group chat. But for now, I will just run through the rankings. So let's continue. Already 30 minutes in. I have to speed up. Uh, the next team, 124, Libya. Rating 59. FIFA rank 127. Elo rank 125. So pretty much agree with both these rankings. Next up, 123. India with a rating of 59. FIFA rank, a little bit shocking, 99. Elo rank, also shocking because too low, 145. Basically, my ranking for India is just in the middle between FIFA. I think FIFA overrates them, Elo underrates them. I'm just in the middle. I watched India in the last um, years many times play, and I feel comfortable in saying that they rank where I put them, 123. Next up, 122, Congo, rating 59, FIFA rank 106, Elo rank 146. Quite a noticeable gap there, difference. I'm basically just in the middle. I have Congo 122. Next up, 121, Kuwait. We jump up in rating now, 60, rating 60. FIFA rank 170, 137, 137. Elo rank 109. Here I'm basically again kinda in the middle. FIFA ranked them low because they were banned for some time and couldn't play games. That's probably one reason why they have them so low. Next up, 120, Uganda, rating 60, FIFA rank 92, Elo rank 110. So agreeing here more on Elo. Next up, 119, Mozambique, rating 60, FIFA rank 117, Elo rank 125. So here I'm closer on FIFA again. Next up, 118. The Faroe Islands, 118. Rating 60. FIFA rank 129. Elo rank 140. So I have the Faroe Islands significantly higher than both these rankings. They are in UEFA team, and FIFA and also Elo, they tend to underrank these minnow or these just one tier above minnow UEFA teams. I think they would beat many teams who are ranked behind them in my ranking. In Europe they are kind of trash, but against if we have a friendly or a game, India against Faroe Islands. Faroe Islands could easily win that game or draw that game. I don't see what is wrong with that prediction, and would be a close one, I think. So next up, 117, Curacao, rating 60, FIFA rank 88, Elo rank 120. So here I'm basically on Elo's side. I think FIFA overranks them a lot. They had a dip in form in the last years, and I don't think they have any business to be in the top 100 right now. I watched their games. Not at all. Not at all top 100 material, in my opinion. 116, the next UEFA team, Latvia. Now we jump up in rating, 61. FIFA rank 134. Elo rank 122. Next up, 115. Malawi, 61 rating. FIFA rank 123. Elo ranking 121. So yeah, I'm coming close to these rankings. I have them a little bit higher. Next up, 114. Tajikistan. Rating, now we jump up again. 62 rating. FIFA rank 110. Elo ranking 128. So here I'm basically agreeing with FIFA. 114 I have Tajikistan. Next up, 113. Maybe a bit surprising. Malta. Rating 62. FIFA rank 171. Elo rank 148. I think FIFA doing a horrible job with ranking Malta. I think Malta in the last 1-2 years they've been showing improvement, and I think they are on the way up. They're still not a top 100 national team, but I think they are coming up there. They are coming close. They played also North Macedonia close in a 2-1 loss in the Euro qualifiers. Had a okay loss against England 4-0. I believe they lost against Italy 2-0 or 3-0. They are not as rubbish as they used to be. A little bit better now. So I have them 113. Better than many Asian or African teams. Next up, 112. If I didn't say it, Malta 62 rating. 112, Central African Republic, rating 62, FIFA rank 126, Elo rank 129. So I have Central African Republic a little bit higher than these rankings. Next up, 111, maybe also a surprise for some people, Guatemala with a 62 rating. FIFA rank actually coming close to where I put them, 107. Elo rank 84. I think Guatemala, they had an okay Gold Cup. They made it to the quarterfinals. People little bit overhyped them after that Gold Cup performance. They didn't beat any significant teams there. They just beat a team like Guadeloupe. I think they beat Guadeloupe and Cuba. Guadeloupe are not a FIFA member, so they don't enter in my top 150 ranking. And Cuba are not even in my top 150 ranking. They are not. So I cannot give Guatemala too much credit. And if you look up also their previous results in friendlies, I hardly see any notable wins against notable oppositions. So I think also CONCACAF's weakness, CONCACAF being weak, contributes to them being outside of the top 100. CONCACAF is a weak confederation. Let's be honest. Next up, 110, Azerbaijan. Now we jump up again in rating, 63. FIFA rank 121. Elo rank 103. So I'm kind of in the middle, closer to Elo here on this one. It's getting dark. I will turn on the lights and then I'm back. Just 20 seconds. So I'm back. So I need to turn the page again. 110 Azerbaijan. 109. 109 Haiti. The next CONCACAF team. Rating 63. FIFA rank 87. Elo rank 76. I don't see them top 100 material based from what I saw at the Gold Cup, and also they played only in League B of the Nations League, so they didn't beat any respectable teams. They beat up on crap basically, and at the Gold Cup they had a fluke win against Qatar when they scored in stoppage time. If it was a fluke win, um, when Qatar was still rusty and referee decisions going against Qatar, and they were badly manhandled by Mexico. Yeah, it was only a 3-1 loss, but Mexico could have and should have scored way more. And no, I don't rate Haiti that highly. I have them 109. 108, an AFC team. Syria, rating 63. FIFA rank 94. Elo rank 102. So here I'm coming closer to Elo. Their recent form have been rubbish, and that's why I have them so low. I mean, usually you would think of Syria a top 100 national team, but when you look up the results in the last 1.5 years, too many L's. Some at one point, I believe, six consecutive L's, six consecutive losses. It's just crap. It's a shit show with Syria at the moment, and that's why I don't have them in my top 100. 108, 107. Belarus, rating 63, FIFA rank 98, Elo rank 99. So I have just outside of the top 100. I disagree with these rankings. Next up, 106, Tanzania, rating 63, FIFA rank 124, Elo rank 127. I think they are a little bit underrated. I have them 106. Next up, 105, and shocking maybe, Honduras, rating 64. Now we jump up again in rating, 64 rating. FIFA rank 79, Elo rank 85. I think they've been horrendous. We saw that in World Cup qualifying when they finished with disastrous. They had a disastrous campaign. We finished on 4 points in after 14 games in the final round of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, and I don't believe they have made any improvement since. They've been switching or changing managers, but it's just they are so poor at the moment. They are. I just today watched some of the games. Actually, the last game I watched before I started the stream was Canada Honduras in the Nations League, played in March of this year, and Canada manhandled Honduras. It was a 4-1 win and could have been way uglier. So Honduras, big name. They played at the World Cup in 2010 and 2014, but on current form, you can make a case for them to be outside of the top 100. And I'm ruthless. I'm harsh. I've put them outside of the top 100. Yeah. 105th. Next up, 104, Cyprus, 64 rating, FIFA rank 118, Elo rank 119. So I have them a little bit higher than these ratings. Next up, 103, Estonia rating 64. FIFA rank 111. Elo rank 95. So on this one, kind of in the middle. 102, another shocking placement from my part. Bulgaria, 102 Bulgaria. Rating 64. FIFA rank 77. Elo rank 82. I think they've been just rubbish. And I'm worthless. I put them outside of my top 100. I think it's the worst Bulgaria since I've been following football. I've been watching football since 2000, basically. Never saw Bulgaria this low, this bad, and they already 3 games in the Euro qualifiers. They don't stand any chance anymore, basically, to qualify for the Euros. I think this tells you the whole story. How much Bulgaria have fallen off. 102 in my ranking. For the first time, I see nobody is watching live. Now I'm still alone here. Uh, no problem. Maybe people come join again. I'm slow. I know. I'm 46 minutes in, and I'm still not cracking the top 100. Okay. 101. Togo. 65 rating. So we jump up again in rating. FIFA rank 122. Elo rank 116. So I have them a little bit higher, like most CAF teams. 100, and also maybe a surprise, cracking my top 100. The 17th Asian team, Indonesia, 65 rating, FIFA rank 150, Elo rank 138. I think they're massively underrated. They have some, dual nationals in the squad, and also quite a lot talented domestic homegrown players. And Indonesia are a team on the up. Maybe I'm overhyping them, maybe, but I think they should be at least on the cusp of the top 100. I put them exactly at 100th. Yeah, a team to watch out, maybe at the next Asian Cup. 99, also maybe shocking. Iceland. Iceland rating 65. FIFA rank 67. Elo rank 80. I think they are massively overrated. Their fairy tale has come to an end, and now they've reverted back to their pre fairy tale Iceland form. They are now one tier above of a minnow. I don't rate them at the moment. I have them 99, just barely making my top 100. Next up, 98, Kosovo. Rating 65, FIFA rank 109, Elo rank 89. So on this one, I'm kinda in the middle, just barely making my top 100. Kosovo. Their Euro qualifiers form is awful. They're still kinda lucky to be in the main reason is the Nations League, where they did all right, where they were fresh Northern Ireland and Cyprus. That's why I kept them in my top 100. Next up, maybe also a little bit surprising, 97, China. Rating 65. FIFA rank 80. Elo rank 88th. So I have them lower than both these rankings. Next up, 96. We jump up in rating now. Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, rating 66. 66. FIFA rank 120. Elo rank 123. I think they are underranked. They always, when I play Nigeria, for some reason, they get the result of it. They play them very close. So that's why basically I have them this high in 96. Next up, 95. Benin, rating 66. FIFA rank 93. Elo rank 108. So I agree now. I agree more on FIFA on this one. I have them in the mid 90s, 95th. 94. Vietnam, rating 66, FIFA rank 95, very close to my ranking. Elo rank 106. I think FIFA spot on Vietnam. They are in the mid 90s. Next up, 93, Thailand. Rating, now we jump up again in terms of rating, 67. FIFA rank 113. Elo rank 111. I think they are a bit they are underrated. They are underrated. I watched them. I think they play some good football, and hopefully they can uh, prove their worth at the next Asian Cup. I think they can do something there. Maybe surprise some people. Next up, 92, Mauritania. Rating 67. FIFA rank 101. Elo rank 105. Yeah, I think they're a little bit underrated. I have them in 92. Next up, another massive disagreement from my part. In 91, I have Suriname. Now we jump up again in rating, 68. 68 rating for Suriname. FIFA rank 143. Elo rank 136. Don't agree with that. I think they are making my top 100. They are a team to watch out also for the World Cup qualifiers. Maybe they make it even to the Copa America next year. And they have many Dutch dual nationals, and they are still acquiring these Dutch dual nationals. There's a long list of players. They are a dangerous team. They are a team not to be slept on. I have to raise a little bit awareness for this team. I have them in 91st, while FIFA and Elo have them way below the top 100 mark. Next up, 90, Equatorial Guinea, rating 68, FIFA rank 91, Elo rank 80. So basically agreeing with FIFA here. Next up, 89, maybe also a little bit surprising, Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland rating 68, FIFA rank 64, Elo rank 86. I'm very close on the money here on Elo. I think FIFA. This is just a prime example of a team that has been on downward trajectory, but FIFA are not adjusting their ranking fast enough, and that's why FIFA still overrank Northern Ireland. Elo are right, I think. I have them in 89th. 88, Oman. We jump up in rating, 69 rating. FIFA 73, FIFA rank 73, Elo rank 65. I would have kind of agreed with these rankings maybe 3-4 months ago, but their recent form have been rubbish at the Qatar Nations Cup, so I had to drop them, where they lost to Uzbekistan 3-0. I have them 88th. Next up, 87. 87, Jordan, rating 69, FIFA rank 82, close to mine. Elo rank 62. I think Elo a little bit overrating them. 62 for Jordan, I don't see that. I have him 87th. Next up, 86. Underrated CAF team, Guinea-Bissau. Rating 69, FIFA rank 112, Elo rank 104. So they are both times outside of the top 100. I have them comfortably in my top 100. 86th. They beat also Nigeria lately in AFCON qualifiers. I think they deserve a place here in the mid 80s. Next up, Kazakhstan. Next up, 85, Kazakhstan. Rating 69, FIFA rank 104, Elo rank 94. I think they are underrated. They have been on the rise. They beat Denmark lately, so I have them in 85th. Next up, 84, Gambia, rating 69, FIFA rank 119, Elo ranking 93. Closer on Elo on this one. I think this is a team on the rise, and FIFA again too slow to adjust on the rise. I have them in 84. Very respectable position for Gambia. Next up, 83. North Macedonia rating. Now we jump up again. 70 rating. FIFA rank 68. Elo rank 72. I have them lower than both these rankings because their recent form has been very disappointing. No chance at all to qualify for Euro 2024. Yes, they went into the playoffs against Portugal. They were one step away of making the World Cup, but this is now 1.5 years. This was 1.5 years ago. Current form is not good at all. Also, Nations League, they were horrendous. I have them 83rd. I have to drink something again. I'm back in 20 seconds. So we are 56 minutes in. It will take at least 1.5 hour or more even. um, okay, where I left off North Macedonia. Okay, 82 Luxembourg, rating 70, FIFA rank 89, Elo rank 87. I think that's pretty close to mine. It's very fair. I have 82. Next up, and we jump up in rating now. Qatar. Shocking, maybe for some people. I have Qatar 81st. Rating 71. FIFA rank 59. Elo rank 74. I'm closer on Elo on this one. I think we all saw their bad World Cup and also post World Cup. I didn't see much to be, to rate them at the moment. I mean, I think they are basically overrated, in my humble opinion. I have to move the page now, just a second. So I turned the page. 80. Bahrain, rating 71. FIFA rank 86. Elo rank 79. I think there's not much to disagree here. I think these rankings are reflecting the level. I have them in 80. Next up, 79, Zambia. Rating 71. FIFA rank 84. Elo rank 75. On this one, yeah, I'm kind of in the middle, but not far off of FIFA and Elo. Next up, 78, Bolivia. Rating 71. FIFA rank 83. Elo rank 61. So on this one, closer on FIFA. Next up, 77, El Salvador. Rating, now we jump up again. Rating 72. FIFA rank 75. And Elo rank 90. I think FIFA, they are more accurate on this one. I have El Salvador 77th. They have them 75th. Next up, 76, Montenegro. Rating 72. FIFA rank 71. Elo rank 70. So pretty accurate, I believe. I have him 76th. Next up, 75, Jamaica. Rating 72. FIFA rank 58. Elo rank 63. I think they're overrated. I watched them at the Gold Cup where they lost 3-0 in the semis to Mexico and they didn't make any push. Couldn't push Mexico in that game. I think they're overrated. I have them in 75th. 74. UAE rating 72. FIFA rank 72, yeah. So basically, same FIFA ranking with my same rating. So UAE 72, FIFA rank 72, Elo rank 92. Elo rank is low, 92. Next up, 73, Gabon. Rating 72. FIFA rank 85. Elo rank 96. Their current form has been bad, but they still kept them at a respectable place. I think at the last AFCON they did all right. Made it to the round of 16, lost on pens to Burkina Faso. So I think I still give them a bit credit for that. So I have them in 73rd. Next up, 72. New Zealand, rating 72. So same rank with same rating. FIFA rank 103, under ranked. Elo 71. I think Elo is spot on New Zealand. They are just outside of the top 70 in my opinion. Next up, 71, and also shocking maybe, Wales. Now we jump up again in rating, 73 rating. FIFA rank 35. Elo rank 48. I think we all saw they were one of the three worst, I would say, teams at the World Cup and post-World Cup form. They had a fluke draw against Croatia, but then the last international break, they were outclassed by Armenia at home and also lost to Turkey on the road. I've been harsh, yes. I think they maybe deserve to be in the 60s, but I've been extra harsh on them. I have them in 71st. Let's see how they will play in the next months. But for now, I am very down on this team. After Bale retired, they've been on a massive downward trajectory. 70, cracking my top 70, and this is basically the holy grail. Basically competitive in a 48 World Cup team format. I mean, would hold their own there. They would not get blown out there, in my opinion. 70, Iraq. Rating 73. FIFA rank 70. So same as mine. Elo rank 57. Elo a little bit too high in my opinion. Next up, 69. Costa Rica. Rating 73. FIFA rank 46. Elo rank 51. So Costa Rica again significantly overrated in my opinion. They were bad at the World Cup and at the Gold Cup. I didn't see anything to put them higher than this. I still respect them as a top 17 national team in the world. They would be respectable if they would play at the World Cup. But I don't rate them, I have them in 69. Next up, 68. Democratic Republic of Congo, rating 73. FIFA rank 46. No, sorry. FIFA rank 69. Elo rank 78. So I'm very close on FIFA on this one. And 60s is where I see Democratic Republic of Congo. Next up, 67, and maybe shocking for some people. 67, Paraguay. Rating 73. FIFA rank 49. Elo rank 39. I'm down on Paraguay at the moment. The CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers will start in a week or so. We will see how they will do. I didn't predict them to make the World Cup, and I have them also the second worst team in CONMEBOL based on my ranking. And yeah, we will see. But I haven't seen chemistry or any how do you say? They're just there's disconnect in the team. I don't like this team. Next up, 66. 66, Romania. Rating 73. FIFA rank 48. Elo rank 52. So I think they're a little bit overrated in my opinion. Next up, 65. Slovakia. 73 rating. FIFA rank 47. Elo rank 55. Again, overrated in my opinion. Next up, 64. Bosnia-Herzegovina. Rating 74. Now we jump up again in rating. FIFA rank 62. Elo rank 69. Yeah, they have them in the 60s. So do I. I have them in 64. Next up, 63. South Africa, rating 74. FIFA rank, same as mine, 63. Elo rank, 73. I agree with FIFA on this one. I have South Africa, 63. Angola, sorry, 62 Angola. 62 Angola, rating 74. FIFA rank 116. Elo rank 107. I think they are one of these hidden gems we have now in international football. I think they deserve to be in the top 70, and I put them as high as 62nd. Yeah, I think there's not much to say. We will see how they will do in the World Cup qualifiers and the next AFCON. I think they will surprise people. They will announce themselves in the next years as a interesting CAF team to follow. Next up, 61 Israel, rating 74, FIFA rank 76, Elo rank 58. So I agree on a bit more on Elo on this one. Yeah, IFM 61. Next up, 60 Guinea, rating 74, FIFA ranking 81, Elo rank 99. Elo barely has them in the top 100. I have them as high as 60th. Another slept on team or another underranked team, in my opinion. I saw them lately when we played against Egypt and when we played Brazil in a friendly, and they showed their skills against Brazil. They scored a fine goal. They had chances. They hold their own basically against Brazil. 4-1 result was harsh on them. So I have them as high as 16th in my ranking. Next up, 59, Uzbekistan, rating 74, FIFA rank 74, Elo rank 60. I basically agree with Elo here. I have Uzbekistan 59. I think they are a team on massive upward trajectory and will qualify for the next World Cup, and a team to watch out surely for the next years. Next up, 58. Maybe a surprising. Chile. 58 Chile, rating 75. Now we jump up in ranking again. FIFA rank 32. Elo rank 41. I think they are still overrated. These rankings, I think they take into account still the good results or good performances in their 2010s, basically, when they won 2 Copa Americas, made 2 World Cups. But on current form, not great. This team, I have him outside of my top 50. I have him in 58th. Next up, 57, Venezuela, rating 75, FIFA rank 57, Elo rank 43. I am agreeing on FIFA on this one, exact same spot, 57th. Yeah. Next up, and this is another interesting one. In 56, Armenia, rating 75, FIFA rank 90, Elo rank 82. I think they are massively underranked. I rate very highly their 4-2 win against Wales in the last international break. And I think they're a team on their up. And I have them very high. I have them 56th in my ranking. Let's see whether they can maintain this position in the next months. They need, of course, to keep getting results and keep displaying good performances. For now, I have them as high as 56. Next up, 55, Georgia, rating 75, FIFA rank 78, Elo rank 50. I'm close on Elo on this one. FIFA slow to adjust to the rise. Yeah. Next up, 54, Cape Verde, rating 75, FIFA rank 66, Elo rank 76. They beat recently Burkina Faso 3-1. I gave him credit for that. Had also a round of 16 one, or was it quarterfinal? Not sure. Maybe it was even quarterfinal at the last AFCON. I have him in 54th. Next up, 53, Albania, rating 75, FIFA rank 65, Elo rank 68. I rate them higher. I have a soft spot for Albania. I'm not hiding that. But I think also they've been doing all right in Euro qualifiers, and they may qualify for Euro 2024. I have them very respectably high in 53rd. Next up, 52, Finland, rating 75, FIFA rank 55, FIFA Elo rank 45. So on this one, I'm closer on FIFA. FIFA have them in the 50s, so do I have them in 52nd. Next up, 51, Mali. Rating, now we jump up in rating. 76. FIFA rank 51, same rank as me. And Elo rank 59. So they are a 50s team, you guys to see. They are a 50s team. Still just outside because they against top tier nations or CAF powerhouses that haven't had great results. But they've been cleaning up against all the rest of CAF. Close to qualify for the World Cup, they were unlucky, so I have them in 51st. So now, cracking my top 50, that's another benchmark or another good place to be, In rank 50, Saudi Arabia, ranking 76, FIFA rank 54, Elo rank 66. Elo underranks them because they deducted many points for Saudi Arabia when they played at regional tournaments with their B teams, and that's basically why Elo has them so low. I think they deserve to be at least in the 50s. I have them cracking barely my top 50. They beat Argentina at the World Cup, so I give them still a bit credit for that. Yeah. Next up, 49, Algeria. Rating 76, FIFA rank 33, Elo rank 40. These rankings, they have them higher because I still think they give them credit for their AFCON win in 2019, but my ranking has been taking into account only the last 2 years, and they've been doing all right the last 2 years, but failed to qualify for the World Cup, and they have a chance at the next AFCON to climb in my ranking. But for now, I have them barely making my top 50 in 49th. Next up. Oh, I have to. I just closed the page. So now I'm ready to go again. 48. Russia. 48. Russia rating 76. FIFA rank 38. Elo rank 31. This is again another prime example of a team that barely plays any matches, and because of that, I've been lowering the rank. They've been playing a couple friendlies against Asian teams lately, but not so great results and not so great performances. What keeps them in my top 50 is their 2-0 win against Iraq when they played them at home. I thought they had a decent performance in that game, but they had some eyebrow-raising results when they drew Tajikistan, and I think they beat barely Kyrgyzstan on the road to 1. Two lowly ranked teams in my ranking, but they've been also testing players, so it's hard to rank Russia at the moment. I think their true potential is better than this, but because of lack of games and because they are banned, cannot put them high. I have them in 48th. Next up, 47, Panama, waiting. Now we jump up in rating again. 77 rating. FIFA rank 45. Elo rank 42. So I'm close on the money here again. We all have him in the 40s. I have him a little bit lower in 47th. Respectable team. I mean, they are runners up of the last Gold Cup, fourth place at the CONCACAF Nations League, close to make the World Cup. I think they deserve a place in the top 50. Next up, 46 Cameroon, rating 77, FIFA rank 42, Elo rank 54. Yeah, and this one I'm kind of in the middle. The post World Cup form has been atrocious. Otherwise, I would have had them in my 30s for sure. Yeah, there's not much to say. Next up, 45. 45 Peru, rating 77, FIFA rank 21, Elo rank 19. I think this is again one of these prime examples of a team that kinda lives off previous results of, let's say in the 2010s, 20s for also, and they might also um, make the next World Cup. We'll see in my predictions. Um, they finished fourth place at the last AFCON, and very tricky team to play against. I have them in 44th. Next up, 43, Republic of Ireland, rating 77, FIFA rank 53, Elo rank 49. Yeah, I'm here again. Close on Elo. Yeah. 42. Nigeria. Waiting. Now we jump up in waiting again. 78 waiting. FIFA rank. Close to mine. 39. Elo rank. 55th. So on this one, I agree more on FIFA. Nigeria not as good as they used to be, but I have them still close to my top 30, top 40. I have them in 42nd. Next up, and a little bit surprising, 41, Serbia. Rating 78, FIFA rank 25, Elo rank 15. In which world are they a top 15 national team? Just have to question that. I mean, uh, at the World Cup, they exited with 1 point. Post World Cup, they've been bad. They've been getting results, but they've been bad. I watched the games, They cut it close in some games, and individual class rescued them against Jordan or Montenegro. But I'm down on this team, and my ranking reflects that. I have them in 41st. Yeah, huge disagree from my part regarding the ranking in FIFA and Elo. Next up, 40. 40 is Sweden, rating 78. FIFA rank 23, Elo rank 34. This is again another example of a case where FIFA is slow to adjust the ranking. Sweden, they haven't done anything in the last 1.5 years, missed out the World Cup, um, relegated to League C in the Nations League and in the Euro qualifiers. They are looking in from the outside. Um, Probably won't make the Euros next year. I have them still at a respectable place, but I think they are overranked by Elo and FIFA, especially FIFA. So Sweden in 40th. Next up, 39, Slovenia. Waiting, now we jump up again, 79 waiting. FIFA rank 61, Elo rank 47. I see them as a national team on the rise. I think Elo is closer to reflect their actual strength. Yeah, there's not much to say. I have them in 39th. Next up, 38, Mexico. Rating 79, FIFA rank 12, Elo rank 20. This is another weird one. I cannot understand this. How can you rank Mexico 12, even 20th? I mean, in which universe? This is the worst Mexican team in many years. In many years, and they always when they play the USA lately, they take L's. And this tells you something, that this team is not a top 30 national team, in my opinion, at the moment. When they won the Gold Cup, I give them a little bit credit for that, because otherwise I would have put them in my 40s. Now I have them in 38th. We'll see. We'll see. They are co-hosts of the next World Cup. Maybe this gives them opportunity or an occasion to rise again. For now, 38th. Next up, 37, Norway. Rating 79. FIFA rank 44. Elo rank, same as mine, 37. Spot on with Elo, I'm here, 37. Next up, 36, South Korea. Rating 79. FIFA rank 28. Elo rank 32. Close down Elo on this one. The reason is post-World Cup form have been poor. Otherwise, they would have been in my top 30 for sure, because I made them round of 16 at the last World Cup and played in some games good football. But with Klinsmann at the helm, not they don't look good at the moment. So I banned them. I pushed them out of my top 30. I have them in 36. Next up, 35. 34, Iran. Rating 79. FIFA rank 22. Elo rank 27. For my money, we're a little bit overrated, especially by FIFA. Maybe I think before the World Cup, I would have rated us top 30 national team, because we were strong in qualifiers. We finished first in the World Cup qualifiers in all of Asia. We beat Uruguay in a warm-up friendly, and we drew Senegal. These are some good results, actually. But post World Cup, not so high on our form. I'm an Iranian fan. We beat Kenya, who are very low in my ranking. We drew Russia at home. We dominated them, but this was, for my money, the worst Russian teams in many years I saw. We couldn't beat them. We beat Uzbekistan 1-0 at the Qatar Nations Cup, and we lifted the trophy. That's why I have them at least coming close to the top 30. Yeah, but you know, the trend is showing a little bit downwards for Iran. So I have them in 34. Next up, 33, Canada. Now we jump up in rating. Canada with the 80 rating. FIFA rank 43, Elo rank 38. On this one, I agree more with Elo, but I still think they're a little bit underranked. I think they exited with 0 points, 3 losses at the World Cup, but I think they had the means to do better in many other groups. They were in a group with 2 eventual World Cup semifinalists in Croatia and Morocco, and also declining Belgium team, but still was Belgium. I think in some groups Canada might have made it out of the group at the World Cup. I give them credit also for their CONMEBOL World Cup, CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers form, where they finished first. They had wrapped up first, basically 2 match days before the end, and then at the end they just switched off. They lost some games, and I think they have potential to make my top 30 in the future if they deliver good results. For now, I have them in 33rd. Next up, 32, Poland. Rating 80. FIFA rank 26. Elo rank 33. Very close to Elo. I have them in 32nd. Post World Cup, wishy washy form. I mean, very erratic. They beat Germany in a friendly, but they lost to Moldova in Euro qualifiers. And runners up Egypt. Yeah, I think they're all right. 31 for Ivory Coast. 30, Ghana. Rating 80. FIFA rank 60. Elo rank 64. I think Ghana, they have a talented crop of players, talented generation. At the World Cup, they won at least one game against South Korea. And it was close. They could have advanced. They missed that penalty against Uruguay. Maybe that would have changed the momentum Post World Cup, they've been okay. Maybe they will do good. I expect kind of good things from them in the years going forward. I kept them at a high place. 30 for Ghana, 29 Greece, 80 rating, FIFA rank 50, Elo rank 44. One of these underranked teams, I think Greece, they've been on the up in the last 1-2 years, and Euro qualifiers, a bit Ireland, and they played France very close in the 1-0 loss, where they lost on a dubious or questionable penalty decision, in my opinion. So I think they've been showing some good stuff. AFM as high as 29th. Next up, 28, Australia, rating 80, FIFA rank 27, very close to mine. Elo as well, very close, 29. So FIFA SM 29, Elo 20, FIFA SM 27, Elo 29, and IFM just in the middle, 28. Interesting. Next up, 27, Czech Republic, rating 81. Now we jump up in rating. FIFA rank 37, Elo rank 26. Very close to mine. I have him 27th. Next up, 26, Tunisia, 81 rating. 31 FIFA rank. FIFA rank 31, Elo rank 35. Both these rankings have them outside of the top 30. I still rank them top 30. I think we were unlucky to not make it past the group stage at the last World Cup. And I rank them as a top 4 team in CAF. As such, they are high in my ranking. Next up, 25. 25, Ecuador, rating 81. FIFA rank 40, Elo rank 70. Here's a huge disagreement between FIFA and Elo. I'm closer to Elo on this one. I have him in 25th. Yep. Next up, 24. Ukraine, 81 rating. 24, same rank as me in the FIFA rankings. Elo, 23. I mean, this is just a clean sweep. I put Ukraine 24, FIFA 24, Elo 23. This seems the place. Next up, 23. Hungary, rating 81. FIFA rank 36. Elo rank 24. On this one, I'm very close on Elo. I think Elo, they've done a better job to adjust to the rise and form in the Nations League, when they beat England, Germany, and so on. Yeah, the team on the up. I have them in 23rd. Next up, 22. Egypt. Now we jump up in rating. 82 rating. FIFA rank 34. Elo ranking 46. I think they are underranked. Their recent form is good. They beat Belgium in a friendly. They dominate the AFCON qualifiers. They missed. One reason why I put them so high is they were runners up at the last AFCON. Plus, they missed out on penalties on the World Cup to a team like Senegal, who is borderline world class, or borderline world class maybe, or very one of the better teams who are not world class. That's why I think Egypt have been doing well. I have them in 22nd. Next up, 21, Scotland, with a rating of 82, FIFA rank 30, Elo rank 22. Again, this one I'm very close on Elo. They did a good job to adjust to the current rise, to the current form. Euro qualifiers perfect, 4 out of 4 wins. I have them as high as 21st. So I have now to move the page again. Turn the page. This is now again Holy Grail. Top 20. Top 20 national teams in the world. Whoever is here, it's a good place to be. 20, Uruguay. Rating 82. FIFA rank 16. Elo rank 12. kind of lucky to be still here in my top 20. I think they haven't shown us much in the last years. Maybe a little bit pedigree makes me putting them still top 20. At the World Cup, they exited with 4 points, and we were unlucky to not make it through. But still, they need to show us more. I give them the benefit of a doubt. I have them in 20th. Next up, 19, Denmark, 82 rating. This is again a, almost a clean sweep. I have Denmark 19, FIFA 19, ELO 18. I think there's not much to say. They barely make it still the top 20. Very disappointing World Cup, but the pre-World Cup form, they were on a high going into the World Cup, and post-World Cup erratic form. But I still think they will get their shit together, and I have them still as a top 20 national team in the world, Denmark. Next up, 18, Germany, 82 rating. FIFA rank 15, ELO rank 13. Yeah, I dropped Germany. You know, they're one of the teams I support. I live in Germany. Their recent form, not good at the World Cup, exited in the group stage, but they were unlucky. Post World Cup, the June international window was horrible for Germany when they lost to Colombia and Poland and drew Ukraine. But I didn't put too much weight into the bad June results, but still, I lowered the rank. I have him in 18th. We'll see. Next up, 17, Austria, 82 rating. FIFA rank 29, ELO rank 28. I'm very high on Austria, very high. I think under Ralf Rangnick, they've been doing some great stuff. They are on the rise, and they're a team to watch out for the next Euros. Um, might qualify for the World Cup. I'm high on this team. I have them as high as 17th. Next up, 16th. 16, Netherlands, 82 rating. FIFA rank 7, ELO rank 10. I would have basically agreed with FIFA and ELO directly after the World Cup when they made the quarters and exited to Argentina on penalties. But the post World Cup form has been atrocious. I mean, they've been conceding goals left and right, and I still think we're kind of lucky to be even 16th. And yeah, I have them 16th. Next up, 15, USA. 83 rating. We jump up now again. 83 rating. FIFA rank 11. ELO rank 25. I think ELO underrank them. FIFA a little bit. I could see why maybe 11th and find it a little bit high. I have them in 15th. Next up, Japan in 14th. 83 rating. FIFA rank 20. ELO rank 15. I'm close on this one to ELO. I have them in 14th. I think they beat Spain and Germany at the World Cup, exited on pens to Croatia in the round of 16, thrashed Peru and El Salvador post World Cup. They deserve a place in the top 15, in my opinion. 13, a team that didn't play at the last World Cup, Colombia. Rating 83, FIFA rank 17, ELO rank 11. So I'm basically kind of in the middle between FIFA and ELO. I weighted the post World Cup form highly. I mean, they beat Japan on the road and watched that game. I think they are resurgent, and at the World Cup qualifiers were a horror show for them, a shit show. They failed to score a single goal in, I believe, 6 consecutive games. But this is past now. This has passed. I think the current form is pretty good, and they beat a team like Japan. They beat Germany also on the road. Both these teams on the road, they beat them in friendlies. Okay, only friendlies, but they had also a bronze medal finish at the last Copa America. So I don't think it's criminal to put them as high as 13th. Next up, 12, Senegal, 84 rating. Now we jump up again in rating. 84 rating. FIFA rank 18. Elo rank 30. Elo criminally underrates them. I think the reason, as I said, is the story that they rate these regional tournaments too highly with Costa Cup, where Senegal sent D or E teams, and they lost so many points. I think they're borderline world class team. They beat Brazil 4-2 in a friendly lately. They were unlucky to meet England as early as in the round of 16. They made it out of the group without money at the World Cup. I think they won AFCON. They won AFCON. CAF is a confederation I rate highly, so I have them as high as 12. Next up in 11th, Morocco, 84 rating. FIFA rank 14, ELO rank 21. Directly post World Cup, I would have put Morocco inside my top 10 because they had that phenomenal run up until the semis. Um, but post World Cup results have been erratic. A draw to Cape Verde, a loss to South Africa, a draw to Peru, but a win against Brazil. But overall, these results were not enough for me to keep them inside the top 10. For me, the top 10 is also another holy grail. For me, teams I put there have to be consistent. And Morocco, post World Cup, not very consistent. Especially losing to South Africa lowered my ranking for them. I think that was not a good performance and result for Morocco. Now, the top 10. Who cracked my top 10? Uh, James Vass says too high I believe for Colombia. Yeah, maybe too high. We'll see in the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers how the form is. I mean, competitive games are always a little bit. They are a bit different from friendlies. Friendlies you need to take with a grain of salt. I understand that. Maybe the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers will prove me right or wrong. If they do very well there, if they are among the top three, top four finishes there, I think then it's legit to put them as high as where I did them, but where I put them. But we'll see. Um, Football Universe, Colombia, and 13th is high, to be honest. Yeah, many people say that. Okay, I'm high on them. I'm personally high on them. But this should be at least top 20. I mean, they beat Germany and Japan on the road in friendlies. Copa America bronze medal finish. You know, maybe a couple places too high. I could see your point. Next up, 10th place, Switzerland. Rating 84. FIFA rank 13. Elo rank 14. I rewarded Switzerland for their consistency. I think they've been one of the most consistent national teams in the world the last years. Euro quarterfinal run, lost on pens to Spain there. World Cup made it again out of the group. Qualified over Italy directly to the World Cup. Post World Cup, they've been okay. One disappointing result against Romania. For consistency reasons, I put them top 10. Next up in ninth, Belgium. Rating 84, FIFA rank 5, ELO rank 8. The FIFA rankings have been overrating Belgium for a long time. We know that story. They had them for a long time, even in first. Yeah, but I think for consistency reasons, they are always delivering in qualifiers and usually delivering to some extent in major tournaments. Last time the World Cup, it was an exception. They were grouped in a tough group. But I think post World Cup, beating Germany, destroying Sweden, is still a decent standard. It's a top 10 standard for my money. Eighth place, Italy, 84 rating, FIFA rank 8, same as mine, ELO rank 9. So this is almost again a clean sweep for Italy here for to be 8th. ELO has them 9th. Yeah, there's not much to say. I think I still give Italy credit for winning Euro 2020. Otherwise, they wouldn't have cracked even my top 10 because they missed out on the World Cup. Post World Cup form has been okay. We lost to England at home, but other than that, they've been doing all right. Third place at the Nations League finals. But winning the Euros was huge for them, and that's why I still see them as a top 10 national team in the world. Mancini has left them lately, so we'll see. I believe Spalletti has taken over, if I'm not wrong. We'll see. Um, Seventh place, Portugal. Now we jump up in rating. I think now there's a significant. We jump up significantly. 86 rating. So I don't have any team with an 85 rating. Portugal, 86 rating, FIFA rank 9, ELO rank 4. I think ELO overranks them. FIFA kinda has them right. I have them in 7th. At the World Cup quarterfinal one, yeah, they are up there. 6th, Croatia, 86 rating, FIFA rank, same as mine, 6, ELO ranks them in 5th. Almost again a clean sweep for Croatia to be 6th. Only ELO has them a bit higher in 5th. Some people say maybe they should be even higher because they had the World Cup one up to they finished with bronze. But then again, they won only on pens and against Japan and Brazil on the run to their way to bronze. World in the group stage, lucky to draw Belgium, to hold on a draw. We all remember Lukaku's horrible misses. I think 6th is the highest I can put Croatia. I'm personally root for Croatia. I support them, but I can't put them any higher than 6th. I think 6th is the place. 5th, Spain. Rating. Now we go up again in rating. 87 rating. FIFA rank 10. ELO rank 7. I rewarded them here for their consistency, you could say. Euros semi-final run, lost on penalties to eventual winners Italy. World Cup round of 16, but they lost to Morocco on pens and they hit the posts. They were at least close to eliminate Morocco. And what puts them so high is the Nations League. They won the Nations League and they were runners up of the edition before. They reached actually the last two Nations League finals. So Spain, while they tend to play down to the level of opposition on huge occasions. In major tournaments, they are kind of consistent. They deliver, and that's why I rewarded them for a ranking as high as 5th with an 87 rating. I ranked them higher than ELO and FIFA. 4th place, Brazil, 87 rating, FIFA rank 3, ELO rank 3. Almost again a clean sweep for Brazil to be 3rd. I have them in 4th. The reason is post World Cup form have been not good. They were troubled a little bit by Guinea in a friendly, and they lost to Senegal 4-2. At the World Cup, they did all right. I mean, but still were kind of not meeting their own expectations. They exited in the quarterfinals. Up to the World Cup, I would have seen them easily as a top 2 or top 3 national team, probably top 2. But World Cup and post World Cup have lowered their ranking. I have them in 4th. 3rd place, England, 89 rating. Now we jump up again significantly in rating. FIFA rank 4, ELO rank 6. Yeah, I'm closer on FIFA on this one. The reason I have England ahead of Brazil is post World Cup form. I think they have been delivering some great performances post World Cup when they beat North Macedonia 7-0, beat Italy on the road 2-1. And at the World Cup, they lost to France, to be fair, in a very close encounter, 2-1, missed penalties. Yeah, I see England as one of the favorites for Euro 2024, and they are, for my money, a top 3 national team in the world right now. England have been better. We should be favorites at the Euros. Yes, I agree. Now it's very obvious which two teams are left. These are the World Cup finalists. So it makes sense. Second place, Argentina. They are reigning World Cup champions. They won the Finalissimo. They won the Copa America. I think most people would put them even first. But I still think, they were a little bit lucky in the final to win on pens. And for my money, they were the most unconvincing World Cup champions in a long time. That's why I don't rank them first in the world, despite having won the World Cup. Um, I just think if the World Cup would have played out 100 times, they wouldn't have won the most editions. They wouldn't have won more editions than France. So they had things going for them. They won the World Cup. Props to them. I give them their credit. Uh, but in my ranking, they're second. FIFA rank one, Elo rank one. So I'm the only one here to disagree. First place, France, 90 rating. Now we jump up again. This is the highest rating I gave. I handed out 90 rating. FIFA rank 2, Elo rank 2. This is my top 150 ranking. We are 1 hour and 48 minutes in. Shocking that it has taken so long. It was planned to. I wished I would have wrapped up this quick here, more fast, in maybe 1.5 hours. But we'll look at the comments. I don't agree with Argentina in second, and in the final, I thought they were amazing until 80th minute. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I can see why people would put them first. For people, being World Cup champions is very holy. How do you say? It's very. Most people would put the World Cup champions automatically in first. It I would have done that with France 2018, Germany 2014, even Spain 2010, but they were not convincing for my money. I mean, if you look at their holistically at the World Cup, they had a loss to Saudi Arabia in the opener. They were a little bit troubled by Australia. Um, they needed two penalty shootout wins to win the World Cup. They beat the Netherlands on penalties and they beat France on penalties. I think they are the first World Cup champions ever, or at least in recent times, to need two penalty shootouts to win the World Cup. I can see your point, but for me, France, if they play right now, I would favor France very slightly. But Argentina, they remain a great team. They won the World Cup. Props to them. But I think France is still better than them a little bit. France is still for me the how do you say, the gold standard in international football. With Mbappe, with all the players they have. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. And France are highly unconvincingly in game versus Greece. Yes, they were unconvincing. They were lucky to shithouse. What means shithouse? They were lucky to win on a dubious penalty decision or questionable penalty decision. But I gave them credit for their 4-0 thrashing against the Netherlands. And here's another thing. They won also the Nations League in 2021, I believe. They won in now France. What have they done in the last years? They have they exited at the round of 16 at the Euros. Was a disappointing performance for them, but I still think they weren't that bad at the tournament because nobody beat them. They exited unbeaten. They were a little bit complacent at that tournament, and that's why they exited so early. Nations League, they won one edition of the Nations League. That plays also a part why I put them first when they beat Spain in the final. Last Nations League edition, they were just disappointing and they barely escaped relegation to League B. At the World Cup, they were runners up, and they are for me still the best European team. You can argue to put them maybe second, or I don't know, maybe third if you don't rate them. I have them first. Yep, the Saudi and Australia game weren't great. Yeah, as I said, I mean, they needed two penalty shootouts. Australia could have equalized in the dying minutes of that game. And yeah, a lot was on Messi and his individual brilliance. And yeah, I said enough. I said enough. Argentina, for me, is second in my ranking. Now it's the time maybe for a quick Q&A. Maybe if you have any questions, you could ask questions why I put this and this nation in that rank. Then maybe I give a brief explanation, or just to ask some other football related, international football related questions. Otherwise, I will wrap up this stream in the next couple of minutes if there are not any questions. I see 3 people are watching. I think the highest turnout I reached tonight was 4 people. Now it drops. It has dropped to 2 people. Probably not much to discuss anymore. We are already 2 hours in, and yeah, who do you think will? Who do you think will underrated team in UEFA, AFC, and CAF? In UEFA, I have at the moment Armenia massively underranked because I've put them in 56th, and their FIFA rank is just a second. Their FIFA rank is 90, and ELO rank is 82. There's also Georgia, who think they're criminally underranked. I have Georgia in 55th, FIFA rank 78, ELO rank 50. Mm, who else? Austria, yeah, Austria. I ranked Austria 17th, while FIFA has them 29th and ELO has them 28th. I think Austria, Scotland is another shout for UEFA. I have Scotland 21st. ELO, FIFA has them 30th, ELO 22nd. So I think these are basically my underrated national teams in UEFA. Malta, when we look at the bottom half, the teams outside of the top 100, I think Malta massively underrated. I have Malta in 113th, FIFA in 171st, ELO 148th. This is, yeah. AFC, who's underrated in the AFC? I think Indonesia, I put them exactly at 100th. And the FIFA rank is 150th. Just a second, I will have to look it up. Yeah, Indonesia is massively underrated in my opinion because they have this Dutch dual national, not Dutch dual nationals, these dual nationals, I don't know, these players, half Indonesian players, and they made this team much better. They beat Kuwait on the road in Asian Cup qualifiers. They played Jordan close in a 1-0 loss in Asian Cup qualifiers. I watched these 2 games. They gave Jordan a run for their money. They beat Kuwait on the road. They toyed around with Palestine in a friendly lately. Yeah, it was a draw, but they should have won that game by 2 goals. And they have a golden generation. They have a golden generation, and they might turn some heads at the next Asian Cup. So I think 100 is high for them. Yeah, I kind of think, but I want to raise awareness of people for this team. For they're underrated. They're underranked. Who else is underranked in Asia? I think Bahrain is underranked. I think I have Bahrain. Okay, they're underranked within Asia, but not in the rankings as a whole in the world, because my ranking matches FIFA and ELO in that regard. Who's underranked else in Asia? Thailand. I think Thailand. Yeah, I think the Southeastern Asian nations are underranked. I have Thailand in 93rd. I have Thailand in 93rd. FIFA rank 113. and Elo rank 111. I think they play some beautiful, some lovely football. I think they should be a top 100 national team, in my opinion. Indonesia ranking is way too low as well. Yeah, I think FIFA 150. If this is bullshit. This is bullshit. Uh, let's CAF. Who's underranked in CAF? I think Guinea. Guinea is a good example because I have Guinea in 60th, FIFA rank 81, Elo rank 99. Another massively underrated team, Angola. I have Angola in 62nd, FIFA rank 116, Elo rank 107. They are at the start of a golden generation, just like Indonesia. They are massively underranked, in my opinion. Who else underranked in CAF? Who else? I think basically these are the two best examples. I don't have any better examples than that. Let's look at the questions. Who who's you didn't overrated, the most overrated, yeah. Oh, let's look overrated. UEFA, I think overrated out of the top of my head. Kind of Sweden, but they're not the prime example. I think they're better examples. I think um, Netherlands are overrated. I think Netherlands they're not a top 10 national team on current form. Um, you could argue even Germany kind of overrated because both have them top 15. I have them in 18th. Who else? Who else? Let me look my rankings. Who else? Another an underrated one in UEFA is Slovenia. I have Slovenia 39th, FIFA rank 61, Elo rank 47. I think they're underrated. Serbia are massively overrated in my opinion. I have them in 41st. I was extra harsh on them. Yeah, I know. I know. FIFA rank 25, Elo rank 15. I think it's enough said. I mean, Elo 15, I have him in 41. I don't rate Serbia at the moment. The World Cup was not good. The post World Cup form is bad. I don't have good vibes at the moment for Serbia. Who else overrated in UEFA? Russia. I have Russia 48th, FIFA rank 38, Elo rank 31. I think they're overrated at the moment. They don't play games. They are not. They're rusty. They don't. They didn't had good results against lowly ranked Asian teams like Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and they were outplayed by Iran. So I think they're overrated for the moment. Who else? This is enough, I think. This is enough. Or do I find still another Wales? The Wales are the prime example. Wales, I put them as low as 71st, FIFA rank 35, Elo rank 48. Yes, I was extra harsh on Wales. Yes, I can see your point. They should be maybe in the 60s or maybe in the 50s, but they've been just on massive downward trajectory. World Cup was a huge letdown for me personally because I had them advancing. Post World Cup, they've been bad, so they're falling off for me. This is all I have. Just one team for the overrated category. Okay, one team. I named now 3, 4, 5 teams, so I don't know. Maybe I'm on my Twitter. I will post again who's overrated. I basically did it already. I posted who's overranked, who's underranked. What I will do is I will upload document like a word a spreadsheet. I will spreadsheet document with my top 150 ranking for all the people who missed my live stream and who don't plan to check it out. And there I will give also the ELO and FIFA ranks for each nation. So you can basically spot by yourself. You can find by you can see who I think is overrated, who's underranked. And yeah, that document I will upload on my Twitter. It will be like a PDF format or something like that. I need still to finish it because it's not finished yet. I will do that just right after I finish this live stream. And the next video I plan to do is my 48 World Cup prediction, 48 team World Cup prediction. I will give in a couple of days probably my predictions who I think will qualify for the next World Cup. You can already sense maybe from my rankings which teams might make the list and which teams might not make the list, because it's likely the teams I was harsh on in my rankings were likely to not feature in my list, my prediction. Um, we'll see. I have to make up my mind on CONCACAF. I have one last spot to decide in CONCACAF. I will do that in the next couple of days. I know basically my UEFA teams, my 16 UEFA teams. I know I predicted already CONMEBOL and AFC on my YouTube channel and on my Twitter. The confederations I haven't predicted so far are CAF, UEFA, OFC, and CONCACAF. Yeah, these are the confederations I haven't predicted yet. Um, my predictions will include a fair amount of surprises. It's just the way I operate. I have basically in every confederation maybe one eyebrow raiser, one team in it who people at first sight don't expect to be at the World Cup. Um, but this is just the way I operate. I always try to look for surprises. I already picked some surprises like Bahrain in the AFC and Venezuela and CONMEBOL, and there will be also a couple other surprises in the other confederations. Um, but I emphasize my surprises are handpicked. These are just not vibes. I've done my research on these teams, so I'm hopeful that maybe not all of these upsets or surprises materialize, but at least a couple of them materialize. That's my expectation. That's my hope. Of course, I hope that my accuracy for the prediction will be high. I'm aiming for, let's say, at least 37, 38 out of 48 teams. I mean, would be good to get on the cusp of 40. Would be very good. If I could reach 40 or go even beyond, that would be phenomenal. This I predict some of these confederations way in advance, way beforehand. UEFA qualifiers will start only in March 2025, and I think CONCACAF will only start in March 2024. And this is very risky to predict. To come up with a 48 team prediction, because we don't know which teams even will qualify for the Euros next year. We don't know how they will do there, how they will get on there, and now I will have to predict who will qualify for the World Cup. This is very challenging. It's very tough. I mean, I think of all confederations, probably to pick to give you predictions for UEFA is the toughest, because it's 2 years away. So much can happen. So much can change. But AFC, should be kind of straightforward because it starts this year, and we expect the Big Five to qualify, and then there will be maybe some surprises, or we'll see. So only one people is watching the stream, so I think it's time now to wrap up the stream. 2 hours and 5 minutes in. If there are not any questions, I think it's time now. It's already 9:30 here in Germany. Yeah, I will. Once I will finish the stream, I will update. I will finish off my spreadsheet document so I can hopefully upload it on my Twitter later this night, uh, later tonight, and people can check out my ranking. Um, you know, on themselves, by themselves. So yeah, people, thank you for your attention. It was a pleasure again to be with you guys for 2 hours. Um, some great comments and some great remarks. As I said, the next video will be the World Cup qualifiers prediction, my 48 team prediction for the World Cup. It will drop probably this week. It could happen anytime. Maybe I decide to do it tomorrow. Maybe it's on the weekend, or maybe it's even next week. I'm not sure, but it will happen before a ball is kicked in World Cup qualifying. I think 7th or 8th September, the first games will be played in CONMEBOL World Cup qualifying. So up until that point, I will have given my 48 team prediction. So thank you again for your attention, for being present, for attending this live stream, and for all people who plan to watch this live stream afterwards. And I will wish you now a good night. Ciao. Goodbye.